What's up, guys? Going out for a last minute bait trip. I got enough bait, I think, for the night, but I want to just make sure. Me and Chad are going out for a binge night. We're going to be fishing for a long time. So I figured I'd do something a little different. Show you how I catch my bait. I'm mainly targeting fall fish today, but I'll probably pull some sunnies out of this spot. Fall fish are way up there. So hit this for a little bit and I'll show you the techniques I use to catch big fall fish for bait. One of my favorite baits out there. So my main go-to lure or bait or whatever is silver trout magnet with a white body. I'll start with that, I don't know, 90 times out of 100, you know, 9 times out of 10. It's just a simple bait you can always have with you. I have a couple other techniques for when this kind of slows down, but this is a solid choice, especially as that water gets warmer. There's also a bunch of smallmouth in this creek. I got a 2-pound test fluorocarbon and, you know, a micro light rod, ultralight, I guess. Right here is the pull off area, so it gets hit really hard. I don't spend much time here. I just check it out. Usually under these trees I can pull a sunny out, and yeah, I just try to pull a couple out of here and then work my way up. A lot of times I'll hit this at the end so I don't have to drag those fish along with me. There's one. It's a good sized one. That's actually right in my wheelhouse for bait. I don't like them super big. I don't like them much smaller than that. This trout magnet jigs always hook them good too. They almost never get off, but you can get them off the hook real easy. I like white too because you can see it in the water really well, especially if you've got some polarized glasses. They like to hang out under roots. Any kind of stuff along the bank with a little bit of depth to it, you can usually find some sunnies. Doesn't even have to be deep, like I'm talking like 1.5 feet with some structure, and you're gonna have some sunnies. Alright, I'm under the bridge right now, so it's probably gonna be a little loud. I normally fish right where I'm standing. I'll cast into this, but there's a nice log jam right there that's new. I want to try that out. My secret favorite thing, other than catching flatheads and blue cats. I love bait fishing. It sucks because I'm always feeling pressured. You know, every time I'm doing this, I'm not spending time with my family. But still is a lot of fun. And especially when I'm using this light tackle. You know, ultralight rod, 2-pound test, small reel. Really can get fun. Oh, baby. Look, I'm Leo Chang. Alright, so that's the target species, but that's just way too small. So he's going back. But I'm gonna try to pull some right out of here. So I'm gonna just try to pull some right out of here. Just bring it along the front of that. I'm on time crunch. I don't know if I said that, but I am definitely on a time crunch today, so I don't need much. So I'm not going to spend much time in one spot. I almost never do anyway. You could probably stay in one spot and keep on catching fish slowly, but if you keep walking, you're going to find the hungry fish out of that spot right away. You're going to get way more fish if you walk versus... There you go. Ooh, he's pretty small. I'll keep him. I got a bait tank. I can always let it go another day. Sunnies love to hang out in this stuff. Overhanging trees, slower current, all kinds of fish probably hanging out in there. I watched that one chase it. Man, this spot always looks so good. I almost never pull anything out of it. It's a nice deep hole, a bunch of rocks in there on the bottom. There's fast current up there, and then it slows down right in here where it gets deeper. And I never pull anything out of it. Well, except for this dink. Target species again. And the fall fish is just a big creek chub. It's the biggest member of the creek chub family in our state, at least. So one more cast in there, and then I'm gonna move on. All right, so this is another one of those spots where I have a hard time passing up. It looks really good. And I pulled a couple out of here. There's a lot of bass in this stretch. A lot of rock shelves. It's fairly deep for this creek, and it just seemed to be hanging out. But as far as bait fish, I don't get too many, so it's going to be just a quick pass through. Oh boy. Need bigger. I've got ones already bigger than this in the bait tank. I need at least that big. There's something. Almost keeper level. Oh, he's borderline. I could use him live. Yeah, he's going in. Oh, he's close to throwback. I might throw him back if I get into a bunch. But this is a huge tip I can give you guys. Get a bait basket. This thing's seen a lot of trips, but it still works. Keeps them fresh. You don't have to lug around a cooler when you're wading. They are huge when it comes to this. And yep, nothing's chasing it, so I don't even bother casting there again. All right, guys, so this is the spot. Anywhere from about here up past those trees is usually loaded with fall fish. And yeah, there's some structure there, but I can't really tell you why they like this spot so much, because it's really not that different than the rest of the creek. It's not that deep, but they usually stack up in here. I did make a mistake. I didn't realize I was this close to it, and I came in off the bank a little close, so hopefully I didn't spook them too bad, but we'll see. So maybe I did spook them. So if this technique doesn't work, I'll get dirty. I've got a surefire method that will catch fall fish and just about anything else. A little bit more work, but should work. This is my first time fishing it this year too, so things may have changed. There's definitely less wood there. There used to be a pretty good log that stuck out, and it created a nice current seam where they could kind of get behind it. There wasn't as much current, and it's not really as strong or as big now, so that could be changing things, but I'll catch them. There's one. That's a keeper. And I only hit this a couple times a year, and then I get out. I don't like to overfish a spot. That is a good bait. I'll use him for cut bait. You could even use him live, but that's two good baits right there. They're fun fish too. They fight pretty good. Very similar to a trout. There's another, back to back. He's a good one. You'll hear my drag's pretty light. I keep it that way on purpose. I'm using this 2-pound test. I'm fishing current, and these things don't have the strongest mouths. This is a pretty good one here. So I really don't want to rip that bait out, and I don't want to break my line, so you'll hear a lot of drag. But yeah, look at that guy. That is a good fall fish. They get much bigger, but that's a pretty solid fall fish there. In the basket it goes. It's 3 fall fish and 2 sunnies already. A lot of times if you let it pause, that's when they strike it. They'll be following it. If you let it pause, they'll smack it. Definitely need to start avoiding this spot though. I don't want to get rid of all the fish in here. This is a good like tournament spot. Like when I know I need to get them, I come here. That's why I don't want to take too many for tonight, because this is a go-to spot for me. That's a good rock. That's a really good rock. Oh yeah. Trying to ruin this spot. Oh, I can see it out there. Oh, there's so many fish in there and I'm spooking them all. Oh, there's a bunch of suckers. Yeah, there's a big sucker right in front of it. Oh, popped right off. Alright, since you guys made it this far into a bait fishing video, it's not even a flathead video or catfishing at all, here's the secret. So you take a trout magnet, jig head. I like the silver, but I'm sure most colors would work fine. Take a red worm. I usually pinch it like 2/3 of the way down and just thread that on your jig head. Fish it the same way you would a trout magnet, and you will destroy pretty much any kind of bait fish. Works good on smallmouth, works good on a lot of stuff. This is how I catch a lot of my bait. Like I said, I usually start with the trout mags, kind of feel the spot out. If I catch something on that, then I'm good. I know there's fish in the area. These guys, you know, they tear off real easy. But yeah, just like that. The less you have after the hook, the less short strikes you're going to get, but the less bites you're going to get. So watch how dirty this move is. And I came in here and scared a lot of the fish. Ooh, dang it, missed the first one. Might not be a good test because I'm just feet away from this hole. It's not where I want to be. It sinks a little bit faster than the trout magnet, so you got to be careful. And I spooked the fish. I mean, I 100% walked in here to get this jig head back because I'm cheap, and I know I spooked them. So I'm just going to move up a little bit. I'm going to rejigger this because it's not on there very good. And these trout magnet heads actually have the little barb on there to help hold on the jig, but it works really good for worms. Figures, I didn't have the camera going. First cast up here in some really shallow stuff, and I pulled one out. See if there's another one with them. He wasn't a mondo, but he was keeper size. Our bait fish is camera shy as catfish. There's another one. This is a thrower backer, I think. Yep. Borderline. Actually, no, I'm going to keep him for live bait. If I can get him in the bait net. He's pretty floppy. Yep. Alright. Bait fishing's fun. It's not difficult. Don't need anything real fancy or expensive. Just need to get out and do it. Something's following it. Got it. That's definitely a thrower backer. It's nice with these clear creeks. You can actually see them chasing it. And there goes the worm. So I got to rebait. Oh, that was instant. That's a decent one. That might be a bass. That thing's fighting good. Fighting different. Nope, it's a big fall fish. Yeah, that's what I'm after. Yeah, that's got a big head, big body. Yeah, that's two really good baits right there, and a third okay bait. So Oh, he tried everything he could to get out. That worm's almost toast, but I'll give it another shot here. Cool. That's plenty for tonight. Just be careful. I'll do it again. He was right, like as soon as it hit, I started reeling in and he was already on it. So it's a little bit deeper right in front of that stump. That's where he was at. There's another good one. All right, guys, I think that's my last keeper fall fish. That's a really good one. And then I'll probably let the others go. If I get any more, maybe I'll get another sunny or two. Woo, he's giving me a battle. I don't want him to use up all his energy though. He's got a little while till he gets out fishing. And yeah, this is probably gonna be cut bait, but I like them as fresh as possible. There we go. Man, he was battling me. It was a good fight. Oh, maybe it is enough bait. Yep, a little bit smaller here. Not by much though. This is another good fish here. So you guys, you don't really need to do anything fancy here to get in these fish. It's definitely a keeper. That's a good fish, but I don't need him. I don't try to take anything more than I need. Even with a good bait tank, these things don't do the best in it, so throw them back. I'll catch them later on in the year. You know, another key to catching fall fish, it's kind of the same key as catching on flatheads. You got to go somewhere that has a lot of them in there. And that takes time. It takes time to figure out where they're at, what creeks hold them. You know, you want to go for ones, at least in my experience, that aren't trout streams. Trout streams, people fish hard. Those fall fish, if they're in there, then they're scared, they're shy. Oh, something was chasing that. They're probably not going to bite. And some people, for some reason, don't like fall fish. They just throw them out on the bank to let them die. I don't understand that, but some people do that. And so trout streams that are, you know, actually stocked with trout aren't really the best go-to spot. Like this is just a big creek that for some reason the state won't stock. Now I've caught rainbows down in here before, so I know they're in here just from getting washed down from other creeks, but usually you don't pull trout out of here. So the fall fish do really well. And got him. I saw this little guy chasing it. I did that little pause and bam, he hammered it. All right, that's enough bait. There he goes. Now I'm gonna just head back down to below the bridge, catch another sunny or two, and then I'm done. You gotta kind of be careful too, like going upriver with fish in this basket, you can like all but drown them if you drag them along in the water. So you gotta walk up slowly, and then on the way back, just watch, make sure they're kind of going with, you know, straight, make sure they're able to get water through their gills. Try to keep them out of the dirt you're kicking up. But this fish basket thing is so handy. I guess I could talk about my tackle on the way back here. So this is a Field and Stream Tech Light. It's like a $45 rod, nothing out of control, but it's really sensitive. It's got good action. I really like it. Cast nice. And then this is a Tika spinning reel. It's so used I can't even see what the model is, but Cabela sells it. This is somewhere around like $45 too. You don't have to go too crazy with this stuff. You really can go. I mean, the more expensive the rod, the more sensitive it's going to be. The reel, the more expensive, it's probably going to last longer. But, you know, it's a pretty good combo. Lasts me as long as it can survive my abuse. You know, I get them stuck in the truck and trees and all that. This is missing 2 eyes on it, but still casts nice, still works. And like I said earlier, 2-pound fluorocarbon. I think this is the Vanish. I really like that stuff. All right, and then let's flip this up. Dump them in. They're all ready to go. Should probably get a little bit more water in there, but nice cold water, they'll do just fine. I said you'll do just fine. I don't know, some of these guys are acting suspicious. Alright, well this guy, I was only keeping for live bait, and he's not doing great. So I'm just going to let him swim away. No sense in keeping him if he's going to die, because he's pretty small for a cut bait. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. A little change of pace. Just showed you a couple ways that I catch my bait, how I catch it, where I catch it, that kind of stuff. Obviously not exactly where I catch it, but yeah, hope you like that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see anything more like this, any more tips. And if I do it again, I'll try really hard not to do that monotone narration. I know I did the whole time, so I'll keep working on it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some flatheads. I have 2 rods out. He hasn't even gotten his stuff set up yet, and there's a fish on. Oh, that's a flatty. Oh yeah, that's a flatty. He's hugging that bottom now. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at him go, look at him go. He's way out there in the shallow stuff. Oh my God. Oh, dang, he's heavy. All right, I'm gonna bring him up here. No, maybe not. There he goes. Oh. It's not a baby flatty at all. He's taking drag going upriver in severe current. Yeah, Chad. Yeah.